Christian from Kung Fu Sweden.
Hi, I'm Jan Eriksson from Kung Fu Sweden.
Today we're going to show you the first Chisa section of the WT system, according to the books.
And very briefly, the first section is about one arm outside, one arm inside in horizontal, and actually one arm crossing in horizontal. That's it. Enjoy.
So here you see us just doing some Chisa, and suddenly I do a quick but controlled jerk of both Jan's hands, pulling him to my side. Here is using my force and making sure the excess force goes down into the ground. Through his body you can see the ripples. Here I'm pulling and pressing on his arm. Pressing that away while I get into position to perform a straight palm strike to his chest, going upwards, uprooting him and pushing him away. Here Jana is defending, taking the force I apply to his elbow and getting rid of it by turning, sliding his other arm into position so he can punch. Here he gets the paksa and the punch, going down to the gum after the pak, punching straight, making sure to get into the center before punching. Here I get my wuso up, but it's not enough when Janet takes a step forward with the punch. Instead I have to use my bongsao. Here I use the bongsao and turn away the force of his punch without obstructing his path. After the bongsao, I use a jut to get into the center, turning into the center with my whole body before delivering a straight punch. Now Jana can defend this by using his bongsao and then replacing his other arm with the punch. This is called Chun, where you're constantly switching between jut, punch and bongsao. This is the final part of the section. Here you can see the complete section in motion. So we hope you enjoyed this video, and if you liked it, please subscribe and like this video and put some comments below about what you want to see in the future in Wing Chun or about Kung Fu in general. Hi, I'm Christian from Kung Fu Sweden.
Hi, I'm Jan Eriksson from Kung Fu Sweden.
Now we're going to talk to you about the second Chisa section of the WT system.
Yeah, and it's actually a variation from the first. Remember, we're horizontal, crossing arms, and this time actually pushing too far, and I get into an arm lock, and how to defend from that. Okay, enjoy! So here is the first section, the variation where I'm punching. So here is the first section, the variation where I'm punching, going too far, and Christian is able to make an arm lock on me. And from the other angle. And here is from the actual section where you can note how Christian is able to pull up his right arm wuso to meet my punch, thus getting both arms on the outside. Here is fulfilling this with making the actual lock on my arm. I need to follow, not to break my own arm. Here's my first defense with a downward palm, following his force that's I'm going down and making a downward palm to stop that. Here finishing off
After the palm, doing a right tackle into Christian's chest to finish off this defense. Here's a second variation on the defense. So we start off with just the opening as we did in the first defense. And now, when I have my arm behind my back, I follow the force and take a step behind, using the footwork from the long pole form. After the step, I use an elbow going back, the typical one that finish off every part of the hand forms. Actually, if Christian would continue to hold my arm, he would break his own arm. And finishing off, pushing away Christian to his hip. Of course, in the real situation, I will just instead hit his groin to get a better effect. Here's the complete second section. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to put comments or subscribe. And we will continue to make videos every week, and see you soon. Thanks for watching. So Jan Eriksson and Christian Helgolander here from Kung Fu Sweden. Today we're going to show you the third section from the WT system. And as you remember, in the first you have a horizontal, and in the third you actually have one up and one down. And that's what it's all about. Enjoy!
So the initial movement, I'm pulling down, trying to give Jana a whiplash. You can see it takes a step to defend against it because it's a quite powerful pull. Now his way of defending against this, if I just pull, is just step into it. See here how he uses the normal Wing Chun instep to just take one of my legs. Really effective. I won't just let him do this, so I start him with a strike to the chest. This is the actual full attack, first attack of the third section. Jan's defense is still to move forward, but he lifts his arm with a chop to my ribs. I defend against this with a cow sow, and I chop him to the back of the neck or throat, trying to clear his shoulder. If I don't clear his shoulder, it can become a kind of lock of the shoulder. Jana defends against this by packing the chop. See here how he maintains sticky hand, which is important because without this skill, several of these attacks would be really hard to deflect. My defense is to meet his strike with a wusao, which turns into a tansao, rotating his force away, as seen here. After this, I grab his arm, the monkey grip, and do the gum technique to cross his arms and counter strike. Stepping in to the center again and then taking a step forward. Jan's defense is similar. meeting my strike with a wusao, which turns into a tanza. Here he needs to take a small step backwards. This all depends on the angle of the attack and the force. Now the continuation of his defense is also fairly similar. As you can see, he does the same technique, makes sure he rotates into the center again, and then takes a step, crossing my arms and initiating a counter strike. And it is in the turn that I am able to get my wusou up again. Next, if he defends too wide, I can raise a lifting punch from below and punch him in the throat or chest while stepping in. He can deflect this by raising his elbow. And turning my force away. As he does this, I get a force which tells me to continue to where he pushes me and then rotate inwards with my center line again, packing his punch away below if that is convenient, or above if that is convenient. See here, I'm packing at the top this time. So here Johnny is able to turn away once more, deflecting the strike, forcing me to pack a second time to do a faksao. So in the first example it's really clear, you can see me turning twice and packing twice. But here I am unable to finish the first strike before having to use the faksao. Here's the complete third section. Please leave some comments and subscribe and like this video if you like it. And